pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hello, Hornets. Today is December 18th, 2017, and welcome to your daily dose of Beech Grove student news.
We hope your finals are going well, and we thank you for taking time out of your day to watch us.
We have a pretty packed show today. We'll take a look back at the RDM, healthy lunches, and the ACT happening in February, along with many other stories. We're here with Chase Williams more on the Riley Dance Marathon.
The Riley Dance Marathon was earlier this month, and I got more since the night took place.
And it culminates in this moment here where we get to see how much we raised for Riley Children's Hospital. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1!
Before we reveal the grand total, the Beech Grove Riley Dance Marathon was held on December 2nd, hosted by the Beech Grove Student Leadership Team. Dance marathons are held all over the country at high schools and colleges' campuses in Indiana to raise money and dance for the kids who can. Elizabeth Pick, president of Student Leadership Team, gave us her biggest takeaway from the experience.
My biggest takeaway from Riley Dance Marathon this year is that I truly realized that even in a small community like Beech Grove, you can still make a difference, even if it's just $1 or $10.
The top 6 individual raisers were, in 6th place, Marissa Hancock with $133, in 5th place, McKenna Schneider with $150, 4th, Emily Leake with $170, 3rd was Cassie Chambers with $220, and in 2nd place was Sierra Ray with $250, and the top individual raiser was Cameron Cardenas with $350. So, how much money did we raise exactly? Take it away, Mr. Sarks and Student Leadership Team members. Yes, you saw correctly, $9,710. Although the Student Leadership Team did not reach their goal of $12,000, they still raised more money than the previous year. Elizabeth Pick gave us her opinion on how we can continue to raise more money each year.
This year, our age group was mostly high schoolers towards the end of Dance Marathon, the end of the event. I think it'd be cool if we could get a lot more people to participate and come have fun and even donate, even if it's like just $5, it would be cool.
The Riley Dance Marathon was obviously an awesome night to have fun and a great way to raise a lot of money for a good cause. I'm Chase Williams from Beech Grove Student News, leaving you with an awesome lip sync battle from the event. Take a look.
The school has been giving students the new and healthier lunches since 2015. Alicia Walsh has more information about these lunches.
The Beech Grove High School has prided itself on being extremely healthy and following Michelle Obama's way of trying to have kids stay healthy and fit. BGHS lunch lady, Ms. Holcomb, shared tips on how to stay healthy at school.
And make sure you pick the non-breaded items over the breaded items. And take advantage of the fact that you can have as much fruits and vegetables as you want.
To follow this, she also explains how they, as a school, prepare and make sure kids stay healthy for their lunch.
Actually, well, first of all, we have a dietitian on staff. She creates all the menus for us and for Crawfordsville schools. And so that's the easy step. But the USDA guidelines are pretty specific as to what we have to do. They actually tell you even like the number of times in a week you have to have red and orange vegetables or green vegetables or whatever. They're very, very specific.
Without knowing how the lunch is actually made, students have taken notice of the healthy habits that the schools are trying to install within the school grounds.
Explain.
I do think the school lunches are healthy. They try to give us more of wheat foods and baked foods rather than just fried grease pretty much, and it gives us a less less portions, I guess you could say. It just gives us like less food.
While the students have noticed the health change, some explain to me how they think the school food is.
Too healthy. I think we should bring back regular hot Cheetos and not that 50% reduced fat.
I wish we had a little bit more variety along with the healthiness, because we kind of just eat like the same repeated things over and over again. I wish we could add something new in there every now and then.
BGHS has taken far steps to make the school healthier, and with that there has been some backlash, but they have been maintaining their goals to keep their school junk-free. And they should get props for trying to keep their kids healthier. From Bgsn, I'm Alyssa Walsh. Back to you guys.
I'm here with our very own E.A. Johnson. She has more information on the athletic trainer.
Anybody who has been in the athletic trainer has seen Maddie Marklin in there helping out Carl. I got the insight on what she plans to do after high school. Let's take a look.
I met with Maddie Marklin, who is a senior at BGHS, who played tennis, golf, and was in guard for the Hornets, about what made her go into athletic training, if our own athletic trainer at the high school, Carl Palma, has influenced her decision at all, and how her knowledge of athletic training has helped her in her athletic career.
What made me go into athletic training is probably the medical aspect of it. I took anatomy and physiology my sophomore year, and I fell in love with it. So I knew I wanted to be in the medical field at that time. And then my junior year, I took Carl's class, his intro into athletic training, and I fell in love with that. So I think that's kind of when I thought about it. And then my senior year this year, I'm in C9, studying exercise science and interning with Carl in the afternoons. And I think the first month that I was in it, I fell in love with it, and I knew that's what I want to do. Yes, he's influenced me both, I think academically and personally. Academically because he always makes sure I understand everything that he says and always asks if I have any questions. He also makes sure that I put school first, like before my internship. So if I have to like study for a test or come to my internship, he'll make sure I go study for my test. Personally, I feel like he influences me a lot because just his demeanor and his personality, and I feel like his work ethic really shows, and it kind of pushes me to do better as well. Influenced me throughout my high school career and athletic career. Throughout high school, I played golf consistently, and I played tennis a year. And I've also been in marching band and winter guard, which this past year I went through a hip and back injury, and I feel like with the help of him, not only like athletic trainer wise, like stretching me and working on me and stuff like that, he has influenced me personally because he is. Last year I came into him and asked him about some health and fitness stuff, and then to now, I've always asked him questions, and he's always been open for questions. He's always there for me if I ever need to vent about anything or talk about anything. So, I mean, personally and high school, like athletic-wise, he's always been there.
Maddie is committed to UND for the fall to major in exercise science. She is then going to continue to get her master's in athletic training through the UND's amazing program.
I had an opportunity to talk to Mr. Ridgway on how he got to where he is today. Here's the story.
Throughout all the teachers here at Beech Grove High School, there seems to be just a few that stand out. This is the story of Nathaniel Ridgway.
So I was born in Germany to a couple of American parents. My dad was in the Army, and my mom followed him over there for a time, and then went for most of the rest of my high school career. Yeah, and was a drum major there for a couple of years, which was really, really cool.
Mr. Ridgway stayed at Avon for the remainder of his schooling career. He chose to do things such as marching band and soccer for his extracurricular activities. He soon then graduated from Avon High School.
I actually went my first year in college because I knew that I wanted to be a teacher. I didn't know if I wanted to teach music though, or if I wanted to teach history. And so what I did is I went to Valparaiso University. It's a private school kind of up on the north side for my first year, and I hated it. Was not kind of, really just didn't gel with the vibe of the campus, which tended to be pretty elite, kind of like rich, generally white kids from the suburbs of Chicago, and that kind of, for me, it wasn't like a very kind of community-based feel. And so what I decided to do is then on my sophomore year, I actually transferred back down to the University of Indianapolis. And then from sophomore through my super senior year, because it took me 5 years in college, I was at UIndy.
During his stay at the University of Indianapolis, Mr. Ridgway eventually got his major in secondary history education, along with a minor in special education.
And so did that. Was a part of a bunch of different campus organizations, made some of my own, did intramurals, all that kind of thing. Met my wife there when I was a sophomore, so the first year I was there. And then after I graduated from UIndy, I got my first teaching job actually out in Brownsburg as a special education teacher. And then I had kept in contact with our principal that we had here for a time, and that was Carmen Hurley, who's now since retired. And Mr. Hurley, after my sophomore year, I was looking for a history teaching job, and one opened out here, and I applied for it and got it. And that is how I got it.
As you can see here, Mr. Ridgway is one of the most beloved teachers in Beech Grove High School, and he also has a story that might be similar to your own. Thank you for watching. I'm Joshua Parker.
And I'm Nate Ridgway.
For Beech Grove Student News.
There are some new classes here at BGHS that'll be offered next semester. Here I am with a story.
Starting next semester, there'll be a new class at Beech Grove High School. This class will be cinematography. This class will be in the TV studio, and it will mostly focus on things such as movies and things of that sort. I interviewed Alyssa Walsh on the class and what she thinks they will be doing in there.
I know we are going to be working on a movie for the semester and learning how to do storyboards and everything like that.
If you would like to sign up for this class, I encourage you to talk to your counselor and see if the class might be right for you. So you do have to remember that this is an elective. Also, I caught up with McKenna Borf to get her opinion on what they think they'll be doing in the class.
I'm taking the cinematography class because I feel like it'd be a great opportunity for me to get more hands-on learning with the cameras and learning how movies are actually made.
So basically, if you like movies and you really want to know how it all works, the process and everything, if that's what you want to do when you're older, then I highly recommend taking the cinematography class. Senior Alyssa Wallace also had this to say about why she is taking the class herself.
I'm taking the cinematography class because I am going to do it in college and I want to do it for the rest of my life, work in film, and I feel like Mr. White has a very great knowledge to how film and TV stations work.
If you have any questions about the class, you can come in and ask Mr. White in the TV studio, and he will give you any answer you want. If you want to know what you guys will be doing specifically, you want to know if you have to learn how to use a camera or anything, you come in, ask Mr. White, he'll give you the answer. And you can also talk to your counselor if you have any questions about it, since it is a pretty new class. From the Beech Grove High School television studio, I'm Jonathan Dans. Have a good day.
Kate Harper got the insight on how to get community service hours. Reminder, you need 80 hours by the end of your senior year. Here's the story.
In order to graduate from Beech Grove High School, you have to accumulate a total of 80 hours in community service.
Alright, ways I could have honestly have improved on earning community service hours is that, like, every so often, you know, a teacher sends out an email saying there's a community service opportunity, and I myself, rarely ever went to those. So in ways I could have improved, I could have honestly have gone to those, earning my hours.
One key way to get hours is to not only focus on your senior year, but instead all 4 years you're in high school, so that way you're not in a rush to get all 80 hours in 1 year.
I get my community service hours from doing concession stands at Lucas Oil for my aunt, and I have 41.5 hours.
There are so many opportunities around the city of Beech Grove and even the city of Indianapolis that will allow you to gain community service hours. you can help a business out by maybe sweeping up around the shop or cleaning the parking lot up, or even helping your neighbor cut the grass or pick up leaves or shovel the driveway. All these can be transferred into community service hours.
Indiana may soon have a water crisis on its hands. Here's Michael Schumann.
Water, isn't it great? After a day of gym class, you take a shower, you get all clean and nice, no one hates you for the rest of the day. You know, maybe you also ate something nasty at our school cafeteria and you want to get all that bad taste away. So you can come right over here to the senior lounge, take a big drink of water from the fountain, and then just feel all better because you don't have to taste that nasty chicken sandwich anymore.
So everyone here remembers earlier this year when one of our water fountains broke and began shooting sewage all over the place. And you see, the reason for that is Indiana's having a water crisis currently. The problem isn't in a lack of water kind of way, because we obviously have plenty of water. The problem is that a lot of our water facilities, such as hydrants, pipes, treatment plants, are all in really bad shape. In fact, they're all in such bad shape that it'll cost around $2 billion to fix it all. Now, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I think the ability to take showers after a gym class and to get drinks in the water fountains are really important quality of life. Now, I believe our school should make it a priority to look at all of our water pipes and systems and everything to make sure that we're not going to run out of water anytime soon, and that we're not going to shoot sewage and all types of black ooze out of our water fountains ever again. Anyways, that's all I got time for now. I'll send it back to you guys at the desk. I'm Michael Schumann.
Soon enough, there will be rules and regulations for graduating from high school in Indiana. Here's John Pasianos with the story.
There are two new organizations that are trying to change the rules and regulations for graduating high school in Indiana. I talked to Miss Walters for a little more information.
Just a very brief history. No Child Left Behind is what governed schools for a number of years, and the federal government changed that rule. So that is now Every Student Succeeds Act. It's called ESSA. And so ESSA required that states really take a look at what their policies were, what their expectations were, really across education. So part of that rulemaking went through the State Board of Ed in conjunction with the Indiana Department of Education, and they tasked a graduation panel to come up with options, to look at how students earn a diploma, how to prepare students for life after high school, how to prepare students for the workforce and college decisions. And they came up with these options. It took about 6 months of discussion. They had a lot of collaborators that were part of that discussion. And then eventually that came to a State Board of Ed meeting where the State Board of Ed adopted those rules. So in the past, students had to fulfill 2 requirements to graduate: the credit requirements that were part of Indiana diplomas, and then pass the GQE, the graduation qualifying exam, which was ISTEP, ECA in the past, and it was going to go back to ECAs in the future. That has completely changed now. It's very new. They voted on it last Wednesday, a week ago, Wednesday. So what that looks like now is, in order for students to have a diploma, they will have to fulfill 3 requirements. One of them is still the diploma requirements, the credits that have to be a part of the diploma. Those are required credits plus electives. The other is the sort of college-ready, workforce-ready requirements, and those are in 2 separate requirements. So every student in the state of Indiana will have to go through some work-ready process. It could be project-based learning, it could be student-centered, student-focused experiences that are in the workplace. It could be career experiences for students, but all students will have to fulfill that. And then the third requirement is really, in my mind, a direct replacement of the GQE. So it's heavy on the tests, unfortunately, but it's not one test for every student. So there are multiple pathways for students, but those include potentially passing the SAT for career-ready competencies, the ACT for career-ready competencies, or they could take 3 dual credits, which could be AP, advanced placement, could be tests at the end of a class in order to earn a dual credit, or they could be part of a CTE pathway. So the 3 courses in career tech education that might finish out and culminate with a test at the end. So those options and those pathways are really for students to prove mastery, for readiness for life after high school, whether they're going into the workforce or going to college or a little bit of both. And then the sort of soft skills, those employability skills that happen in the other requirement, are also required for all students.
I also talked to 2 Beach Grove students to see how they felt about graduating, how hard it is. How hard do you think it is to graduate high school, and why do you think the school board keeps adding more and more regulations?
I think it's pretty hard to graduate high school, seeing how you have to keep up with all your classes and your social life, and they're adding regulations every year, so that makes it harder too.
Okay, Chase, so how hard do you think it is to graduate now compared to when your parents were in high school?
I think it's a lot harder now to graduate than when our parents were in high school, because now there's a lot more requirements, like we have to take so many math classes, so many English classes, and now even we're having to do things like community service to graduate, so I definitely think it's a lot harder.
Okay, thank you.
Beech Grove High School is getting a brand new club.
Here's McKenna Borth with more information.
Beech Grove High School is offering a new club this year called Book Club. I got more information on what the club is about with Ms. Schmidt, the head of the club. I even asked her on what the club is about and how it'll benefit the students.
So what exactly is Book Club?
Book Club is a place where people who like to read come and they'll discuss different chapters that they were assigned in previous meetings, and we'll have snacks and hang out and just talk about books and watch movies.
I even asked her how Book Club would benefit the school.
I think it'll benefit the school just because I think it'll introduce kids to books that they had no idea that they would like, and it'll kind of engage students in like enjoying reading more than
Ms. Schmidt gave me more information on when Book Club will officially start.
The club starts tomorrow, the 13th. That'll be our first call-out meeting just to kind of get an idea of how many kids we'll actually have, to make sure we'll have enough to be a club. And then we'll have our first legitimate meeting when we come back from break, January 3rd.
I also interviewed students to get their input on whether Book Club is a good idea. Club is a good idea.
Yeah, I think it's totally a good idea. If you're into reading books, go for it.
I think book club's a good idea, like the idea of it, because yeah, people can come together and read and discuss topics, but most of we use our Chromebooks during school, so even though it may be a good idea, I think that it should be more of just say if you want to come. I don't think it should be required. I don't know if it's required anyways, but I don't know.
Hopefully, the club will succeed and attract new members for many years to come. From the Beech Grove High School Media Center, I'm McKenna Borth for BGSN.
Those of us who are part of BGSN here in the TV studio absolutely love the ability to produce daily news shows for students and staff to watch.
If you are interested in joining BGSN, here's Austin with some information.
Beech Grove Student News is a growing program here at the high school, and it's something that not many people know or care about. We're looking to create a show that students and staff love to watch.
Well, it all starts with the rundown here, and particularly for sports. We have to do research on all the sports events that have happened over the course of the past couple of days, and then we have to put them in the rundown, and then we make a graphic like you see here, and we put it on the show.
Not everybody wants to be on camera, and if they don't want to, they don't have to, because you can work upstairs in the control room performing tasks to make sure that the shows work in the correct way.
My personal job is to run Mimo. That's my main job, which everything downstreams to this, which is audio. Another job you can run Switcher, which switches the cameras from which camera we want. And this, everybody puts their videos onto it, and I can click which one overlays what and what is showing on
Despite
the show.
the fact that it can be very stressful, Working in the TV studio is a lot of fun, and it gives a great experience for those who want to go into television or communications.
Well, it's super fun, like, because I can't stop laughing over here. And if you want to go into TV, it gives you a lot of experience, like, because we run mostly like an actual studio. Because Mr. White is, worked in actual TV. So if you want to be like a sports broadcaster, you want to be a weather person, then there you go. This class is just great for you.
If you're looking to join BGSN and you're willing to do all of the required work, all that you have to do is take video production with Mr. White, perform well, and show that you want to join BGSN. We hope to see many new faces in the TV studio to help make Beech Grove Student News better. I'm Austin McGuire for BGSN.
Juniors, sign up to take your ACT because they are free to take here at the high school. Here's Aaron Sellers with the story.
I'm Aaron Sellers with BGSN News, and today we're going to go take a look at Clevenger and talk with him about junior ACTs and why you shouldn't wait until senior year to sign up for them.
On February 27th of the school year, be 2018, about 100 juniors are going to take the ACT as a part of their college prep experience. It is something that any student, especially those who are involved in plans for a 4-year school or a 2-year school for that matter, should sit for some type of college board test. Obviously, admittance it's a requirement for admittance. You have to have some type of board score posted so you can be accepted into most of the 4-year schools. That one will be, the window is closed on that. Actually, it closed today, and that will happen on the 27th of February. And just for that matter, if you missed the ACT and still are interested in attending school and are a junior, this is something you do not want to wait to do until you're a senior. In your junior year this spring on May 10th, if you're a junior, April 10th, we will be giving the SAT, which is new this year. We're going to be doing it during the school day, just like we do the ACT. So if you missed out on the ACT, on April 10th, you're going to get a chance to take the SAT, which is a similar college board exam. Be looking in your email sometime in January when you get back from school to find out, get the details and get signed up for the SAT. Either test would be great. Both tests would be even better. If one's good, two's great, so don't pass up the opportunity. The best part of it is they're free, so you're saving yourself about $100 by taking those 2 tests here at school.
This has been Clevenger with the ACTs, and I'm Aaron Sellers with BGSN News. Back to you guys at the desk.
That's it for your daily dose of Beech Grove Student News.
Teachers, always remember to turn on your bell icon to get notifications whenever we go live.
Thank you for watching. I'm Jonathan Dans.
And for quite possibly the last time, I'm Josh Parker. Remember, Hornets, you're beautiful, you're one of a kind. Have a fantastic finals week.